Hello, everyone. I am Krooked, and this is Unscripted, where I take an unscripted look at games, and then I give them a 1 to 10 rating, and basically let you know how I feel about them. Today, if you couldn't guess, is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Super Nintendo. Me and this game don't really have a history, but I have history with the sequel to this game. I don't know if it would be a sequel. It's kind of similar. You'll see what I mean. I've played this a little bit, but I don't have a lot of memory of it. So those are the Power Rangers. That's Rita. Look, Billy looks like he's having a problem. He's also a really big boy. Billy, big boy here. I'm gonna choose whoever dances the best. Okay. Billy looks like a creeper. Jason kind of like, ooh, he's about to salsa or something. Oh yeah, we're getting down with Zach. All right, so back in the 90s, and this is for anyone who doesn't know today, Power Rangers were everything. Everyone watched Power Rangers, talked about Power Rangers. It was awesome. And what it was a group of teenagers with attitude who all happen to know martial arts. And they fought against Rita and eventually Lord Zed. And they fought these things called putties that Rita would send after them. And at the end of every episode, after fighting some putties, they would fight a monster. And, okay, so that'd be about mid-episode. And then they would usually lose, come back, and then there would be this huge mech battle at the end of it, where they summon Zords that all combine into this giant robot. And then from there, the robots would battle a giant version of the monster that they fought earlier, and that's Power Rangers. That's every episode of Power Rangers. Monster of the Week. And yeah. What's even funnier is the American version Power Rangers, all you see of the teenagers with attitude, that's all that's done by the American actors. All the scenes that you see in suit and costume are basically just reused footage from Super Sentai, which is a Japanese series that's super old. And that one's all about magic and stuff, and it gets super dark and people get killed, and Power Rangers isn't like that. At least it wasn't when I watched it. And wow, this game is really basic. So it was a phenomenon to the point where they even had a movie for Power Rangers. They had a few. The other ones that came out after Power Rangers the movie were straight to video, and yeah, okay, so this is like one of the monsters. And he's morphing because he's like, oh, I can't handle this monster without it. And he gets like super buff and everything, and I apparently have a bomb. Oh, and I actually use my weapon! Wow, okay. So yeah, not only did the Power Rangers get these sick-ass costumes whenever they morph, but they get weapons. And it's full of explosions and stuff, which this game is sadly lacking in the explosions. But that's Power Rangers. In terms of this game, gameplay so far has been really, really simple. It's side-scrolling beat-em-up, but without a lot... Oh god, bombs. It doesn't have a lot of enemies or a lot of really challenge so far. Basically just walking along, have a lot of lives. But it's fun. It's stupid. This is basically how easy it is for him in the show. In Power Rangers, when you hit a putty's like little icon on their chest, they just fall apart. And since they're all super strong and everything, it's not hard. They're just like, oh, okay, and they hit the putties, and that's that. In terms of sound, this soundtrack. Oh my god, this soundtrack. I keep getting distracted because, like, I realize there's so many people who haven't played Power Rangers But I'm also trying to review the game, you know, not just talk about Power Rangers the series. So go watch Power Rangers. It's simple. Or read up on it. You may not want to watch it just because it's really cheesy. But the game. So far, I mean, graphics-wise, look at this game. You can clearly tell I'm the Black Power Ranger. I can do this cool thing. Great background. You can tell who the putties are. The boss looked awesome. I didn't get to spend any time fighting him yet, but he looked awesome. I want him. Can I? What happens if I blow this up? Yeah. Whoa! Whoa! I didn't mean to do that! Okay, so that's what the bomb is. Now I don't have one. So controls, like I said, they're super, super, super simple. It's B to jump, Y to punch and hit. I don't think L and R do anything. L and R don't do anything. A doesn't do anything. And X uses your bomb. I learned that the hard way. You just walk into enemies and grab them by walking into them, and then, yeah. I want to say that there's not a very good enemy variety here, but this is kind of what Power Rangers fight. And the fact there's different colored putties makes it even more unique than what actual Power Rangers has. Damn, this sounds like some Mega Man music. Okay, Skeleman. Ow! Can I do anything like that? Oh, this is the Power Rangers theme, but like remixed. And look at the sprite work. So the sound of this game is freaking awesome. This guy is a dick. Wow. Oh, you can do lower combos. Gameplay simple. Sound is great. Graphics are really, really good. Honestly, other than that being really stupid hard there, which I get another try, like right there. Oh, that's great. This game is honestly pretty cool. You know, for a Super Nintendo game, like, you can't expect everything, but this is fun. If this was like me and someone else playing, especially back in the 90s, oh my god. I would have loved this all day. Would have got super good at it, and just to the point where I knew everything. Any secrets, I'd unlock them, and just, oh, it'd be so much fun. This is actually a really good time. Now, I want to get past the first, like, set of levels to see if it changes up, or if it's just, kind of, you know, more of the same. Because the Power Rangers do fight some other things besides putties. It doesn't happen much, but it does happen. No! He doesn't have his body or his arms anymore. Oh god! He breathes fire. This is actually a pretty good boss fight. Oh god, is he gonna reform again, or? He probably still breathes fire, huh? Okay. So, I'm a little disappointed that there were no real sound effects there other than that. There's a password system in this. That's pretty cool. They do poses. They transport away. This game's doing pretty good. Oh, and then you get to select your player again between levels. That's even better. I don't think this is two-player, though. That would definitely be a problem if this isn't two-player. And I wonder if they all have different, like, weapons. So I'm going to check with Jason, of course. But so far, this is a pretty cool game. Plays better than a lot of games today. If you're wondering why I picked Jason for the second time, it's because he had the second best dance. See, look at that. That's how we established that earlier. So later on in Power Rangers, they end up adding different Rangers with different colors and different abilities and different Zords and stuff. And Zords are the giant machines, just going back to that, which I still haven't seen yet, which subtracting some points, subtracting some points because no Zords yet. And Zords are to Power Rangers what everything else so far has been to Power Rangers. Whoop. These guys have like knives and stuff, and I'm just a teenager with attitude. They can dance. So, it's a really basic arcade style beat 'em up. Probably easier than what most of my friends who play beat 'em ups would say. Like, I bet Jim from Drink a Beer and Play a Game could absolutely destroy this. Like, no issue. Because he takes on like, super hard beat 'em ups and just wrecks them. Colonel Fancy could also probably just wreck this without an issue. And you should go check out their channels as well. But in terms of everything here, this game is solid. There's really not much to complain about. It's fun. It has challenge. You could probably get through this much, much better than I'm doing. And if you are a fan of Power Rangers at all, this is probably a 10 out of 10 for you. Because of the lack of sound effects and so far the lack of really much else other than the basic game that I've seen so far, I'm going to have to give it a bit of a lower score. The sound is great. The graphics are great. The characters obviously look like the characters, and it is a really fun time, especially for the era it came out in. This could be like an actual arcade game you would see. So for that quality on the Super Nintendo, that's always really fun to see as well. I think I'm about to morph, so we're about to see if... Whoa! That thing's hideous. We're about to see if I get my axe again. Whoa, did he just like super flex pose? Okay, cool. So Jason gets a sword. So that actually brings it up. And with all that, I'd say that this game is probably a 7.5 out of 10. I know I've given a lot of those so far, but the Super Nintendo's library is a lot better than a lot of people seem to think. And a lot of the games have stood up the test of time. But there's more coming, including a little bit more Power Rangers. So we'll see if that game's just as good. And I'll see you on the next Unscripted. Bye!